Coming up on this episode.
The maple syrup is broken.
You're kidding.
No, it's smashed. So we take a little marshmallow, put it on my cracker, and then I spread this chocolate on. Just drizzle it over.
That looks mouthwatering.
And
Yours looks way nicer than mine.
that is a s'more. Those are the kinds of s'mores that you have. Very messy, but this is when you don't have a campfire, what kind of s'more you have. So today we have another project. We finished up our little media center there.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's nice. It turned out differently because it was supposed to be over there, but we're gonna go in and get a counter for that. So, guess what the order of the day is today? That is our trapezoid window. It's quite large.
Should let in lots of light.
I can never have enough light, but I love this cabin. One of the reasons is because he's put so many portals to the beautiful, big, huge sky out here in the lake, and then of course the starlight at night, which is really wonderful.
Yeah.
So today he's going to be taking the plywood. Like when we left in the winter, it was a very quick rush. We had an appointment in Vancouver, and we had to hurry and get out in no time flat. So on our last episode from last season, we wrapped the building in Tyvek, and now we're going to be taking down a little bit of that side so that we can put this up. Now, what he's doing at this moment is putting poly up, or plastic, so that the rest of the cabin doesn't get completely coated in powder, dust, and everything else. And the smoke is outside, so we don't want it coming in. So he's just gonna staple that up so that we don't get the mess in here. And he'll start working from the outside, I guess. Hey, honey? So again, I'll be helping today.
That's right.
I'll be helping. You know how much my helping means. So
I couldn't do it without your help.
It's a little trickier to build in a space where you are actually living. One thing it does teach you, though, is patience.
it's a huge improvement from just having everything sitting in coolers and bins. That was hard. This is just amazing, so I don't complain one bit. It's wonderful.
Drill this out first.
So the plastic is up over the window opening now, and the next step will be for Ryan to go on up from the outside so that we can lift the window and put it in. What are you doing up there?
Tracing an outline for the window that I'm going to cut out.
Oh.
I have to re-nail the plywood, but I have to cut this out.
A windy day. Those are the twins I'm worried about.
Yes, I'm worried too. Those trees are what you call cabin crushers.
Right,
They may be
right.
big, tall trees, all right, but one thing we've learned here on Bird Island is that big trees are no match for the wild winds of northern BC.
Once I cut it out, I'll nail it, the rest of it on. Bits and pieces that aren't even nailed.
I know.
Maybe I should nail it first.
That's how the mosquitoes have been getting in. So we're just gonna tighten that all up and then cut it out.
Like anything worthwhile and meaningful, This homesteading lifestyle requires continuous effort, unwavering commitment, and heart. But it is gratifying. It's very satisfying to see the fruits of our labor, and with each passing day, our vision for the island becomes a little more clear.
The smoke is the best that it's been, and you can see our mountain back there again.
You know, there just aren't enough hours in the day. We really want to dock, but we just haven't been able to get to it yet. I, for one, am looking forward to the day when Melody can fish off the end of our new dock.
You take for granted fresh, clean air. It's just such a blessing to see. I think these are wild raspberries. I have been looking for wild raspberries or berries. We have Saskatoons. This is a place we've never been to on our island before. And there's little berries on them. I mean, they're tiny, but they're here. I don't know how we would have just stopped and come right up to this spot. We're always looking for berries or things that we can eat. And we might have a whole bunch of them. This is really nice up here.
I must say, when Melody dropped her phone in the water, I froze. Literally. A crazy shiver swept over me because I know how cold that water is, and I know that I would be the one jumping in to retrieve it. Luckily, this would not be a repeat of when I dropped that drive sleeve in from the barge into the deep water. That was brutal. This was much closer to shore and only 3 or 4 feet deep. Not a problem at all.
Ryan made a little covering for the generator because it was making so much noise. It's made a huge difference. We need the generator to flush the incinerator toilet.
Generators are notorious for creating dirty power, which is really bad for sensitive electronics. We actually invested in a power cleaner just to protect our toilet. Placing a window here will add a lot more light in the late afternoon, and that's a good thing. The not so good thing is we will now be able to see those sisters swaying in the wind as they threaten to come crashing down upon us. Yikes! Oh boy, scaffolding would sure be good at a time like this. But even with my long wingspan, this is still pretty awkward and somewhat precarious to do on this ladder.
Stuff falling inside? Oh, yes, I did. Oh no.
Anything?
The maple syrup is broken.
Can't hear you.
The maple syrup is broken.
You're kidding.
No, it's smashed. Oh, no. Shape of a heart, but oh, what a mess. Oh dear. Huh?
Want me to stop?
No. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Something else just fell.
My poor wife. She tries so hard to keep things safe and organized.
Oh, what else happened? Oh, wow. Oh, it's the maple syrup that's sad.
Is the syrup okay?
No,
Can't use it?
I don't think so.
I think we can filter it.
He doesn't want to let that maple syrup go. So we've just done a lovely maple syrup stain on the plywood in the cabin. I actually think it's only the lid that's broken, so we could probably preserve it somehow. So we did have a couple of fatalities, but it turns out that the syrup lid is all that broke, and so I think the seal's still on it even. I think we'll be able to save the syrup. I have to save the syrup. There's that lovely window up there. Even more light than before, which I just love. I can never have enough light. It'd be really, really neat to get it in there. And then to look outside at nighttime would be really, really great. Anyways, more cleanup again. We're constantly cleaning up. Okay, that looks dangerous to me.
I know, but it's not. It's just like a single ladder, like treat it that way.
It's on a roly-poly limb. You don't want to fall from the ladder again.
No, we don't. You're not, it's solid, honey. Climb up it. It's solid. Okay? So we're going to go up like this together.
Okay. Easy. Let's go get it.
All right. Oh, honey, it's dead level.
Wow. Good job, Ryan.
Melody is such a trooper. You would never know that she has had 4 spine surgeries. Just look at her go. Who says women are the fairer sex? This girl is tough. And you won't ever hear her complain. I sure can't say the same for me if the situation was reversed. These windows are all triple paned, and even these small end windows are really heavy. There is no way I could have done this without Melody's help.
Yay! How does that make you feel?
Good.
You want to see this level here?
Yeah, I am.
Wow, does that look nice? Wouldn't that have been neat if that had been a screen window?
A screen window?
A screen window open up.
It'd be hard to open and close it. It'd be nice if there was airflow there, sure. I looked at that, but you'd have to have a center post in it and stuff, and it wouldn't have looked very good.
No. This looks amazing.
You know, Melody does bring up a good point here. I'm going to have to figure out a way to change the air inside this tiny cabin. I may have to install a switched outlet or something so that I can mount an exhaust fan near the high point of the ceiling and tie it to a thermostat. That'll probably work. Well, I'm just thinking out loud here. I'll scratch my head about it and see what I come up with.
Oh, look at it!
We'll use this for that window.
Just drop
Let's
it.
save it.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing, the nails hit every one of these except one.
What do you think of the window, Opal? Opal Marie? Oh, honey. Now we can see those scary trees.
We can.
We can watch them and not just know that they're going to hit us any second.
Okay. Flag is going.
Oh, Canada, da 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 da. Hmm?
What am I getting stuck on?
Oh.
That. That.
It's not going in, eh? Because it was at the very beginning. It did go in. See, in the winter, that wood will expand, so I hope it'll be okay. Won't it, honey?
Well, things tend to shrink in the winter.
I thought that they expanded with the wet and the snow. And that in the summer they shrink because of the heat.
Winters are dry, so they shrink because they're dry.
Oh, wow, that's totally different than what I would have thought. I would have thought in the summer everything shrunk up because it's so hot, and so the moisture comes out.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people think that.
And that's not true, honestly?
It's dry in the winter.
You're kidding.
No.
But I thought you said this cabin shrunk up.
Hmm?
I thought you said the cabin shrunk up.
Yeah, that's different.
Oh.
That's the original moisture. of the
Shrinking
wood.
up and shrinking up is different?
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that we only have one more window to install. That will be a little more involved though, because I'll have to move the stove piping. Currently, it penetrates the wall in the exact center of where the window will be.
Okay, so now we're just measuring out for a deck. We're both really excited about this being able to sit in front. And
About to there.
that's excellent. We have tons of space to walk around after that.
Yeah. Yeah. We can even drive the Kubota through because I'm going to trim that corner.
Wow.
Yeah, so the deck's going to come out. It's going to be a post about here and then a bit of an overhang. Right. That'll be good. For the size we have here, it's right.
This is how we roll, designing on the fly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2.5 feet to the top of the window from the top of the deck. So let's go over and check the chairs and see how tall they are. Okay, 2.5 feet, right? 2.5 feet, so this is about 39 inches. It's going to be over our window by about 6 inches.
Yep.
9 inches.
And if there's 4 of those, that's not going to fit on an 8-foot deck very easily.
Sure will. Look. 8 feet is to here. Way bigger than you think it is.
Some people think we're just making this up as we go along. And to that, I say pretty much. 2 chairs will fit there.
Yeah.
2 chairs will fit there, no problem.
Yeah.
Table in front, table in between, whatever.
Yeah, that's nice.
You think, Penny?
Yep.
I believe we'll have power there, power there. Lights.
Nice. Love it. Love the idea.
The key is, how do you manage this in the wind, right?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Fold it in half. Roll it.
That's great, honey.
This is what we do when we have forest fires everywhere and we can't have a campfire. This is going to be the way we make s'mores today. I'm going to melt the chocolate here. I don't know how this is going to turn out, honestly. It's just something I came up with and I thought, oh, maybe we can melt the chocolate. See if that works at all. And melt the marshmallows. I have to keep stirring marshmallows. I know from the Rice Krispie Square days. Keep stirring them. Keep stirring them. That actually looks pretty nice. Oh, wow. starting to melt, this chocolate. Keep stirring that stuff. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Here we have our melted chocolate. Our partially melted marshmallows. Now what we're going to do is introduce these little beauties into the mix.
Those are Honey Kiss cookies.
And we are just going to spread the marshmallow and the chocolate onto a cracker. You want to try it?
I'll make one for you.
No, you. Don't you want any?
I don't know. Should I?
Take one marshmallow.
Uh-huh.
And now take some chocolate.
Okay.
And spread the chocolate on top of the marshmallow, and
Down the hatch.
let's take a look at the s'more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How's that taste?
Really good.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So we take a little marshmallow, put it on my cracker, and then I spread this chocolate on. Just drizzle it over.
Oh yeah, that looks mouthwatering.
And
Yours looks way nicer than mine.
that is a s'more. Those are the kinds of s'mores that you have. Very messy, but this is when you don't have a campfire, what kind of s'more you have.
Oh, oh, careful. No. That looks delicious, honey. Good for you. Progress sure feels good. We've got one window in and just one more to do. And we've made a decision. Those big scary trees, yeah, they're gonna have to come down. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please support us by clicking the thumbs up icon on YouTube. We invite you to also subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when we upload new content. Please invite your friends and family to come along too. Bye for now.